There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight, it's an NL Eastern Division showdown between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Philadelphia find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track next. Jose Barrios is on the mound for Game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Now to bat, Manuel Margot, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch coming, here it is. And we are underway now in New York as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And he lays off, ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
Batting second, the third baseman.
The next batter is Jeimer Candelario. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Throw over to the bag. Don't want to forget about him. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And he'll take this one as well. It's now 2-0 to the Philly third baseman.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
2-0 count. The pitch. There goes Margot. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game, and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. Margot leads off second with nobody out. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Fouled off. He'll try it again. 3-2. A bouncer up the middle. Torres picks it up. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and both runners are going to be safe.
I'm sure the boys on the bench appreciate that, AB, right there. Grinding out an 8-pitch at bat and was able to be successful and deliver a hit for the team.
Digging in will be Kevin Biggio. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage, too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball that drops in for a strike.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the run will score as the Phillies are off to a 1-0 lead.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and in to hit next the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Has a look, now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to be a foul ball. Here's another 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
So now to the plate, Chris Bryant. And the Phils trying to make this first inning even better here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
The 0-1 on its way. Loud contact off the bat of Bryant and sent deep to left. Casey is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out.
Batting 6, the first baseman, number 21, Daniel Vogelbach.
Daniel Vogelbach's next. Lifetime against Jose Barrios. He's 1 for 5. First offering on its way. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Two men are on with two men out. Two and one. Lays off the slurve there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Up to an even 30 pitches here in the first inning. Now that's popped up. Guillorme is there. And that will end the inning. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mets nothing. Mike Clevenger, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep in the games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
And now here is Luis Guillorme. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. And he misses again. Ball 3.
Having a little trouble finding the zone to start the night. It's always deflating to walk the leadoff guy in the game, so we'll see if he can initiate some contact here.
Here's a bouncer foul to the left side, and the count will move ahead now to 3-2. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Another full count pitch home. Is a called third strike right on the inside corner.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
So now it's Brian Reynolds, one of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race.
What a terrific season this guy's having. Up near the leaders in batting average, without a doubt the highest average and the best hitter on this team.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a ball.
Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
Fouled away. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
High chopper towards first. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 1-0. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball two.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Two balls and two strikes now. Here now the 2-2. There's a shot out to right center field. Around first, he's digging for second. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box, Diego Cartaya, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. On the ground to third. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 52. Mike Clevenger.
Next up, Mike Clevenger, and with a runner already in scoring position and one away, he is likely not to be bunting here. First pitch of the AB on its way. Luplow, the runner at second with one away. Slurve, and he jumps ahead here 0-2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Swing and a miss. Got him with the slurve there. 2 gone.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal, hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now that's popped up. Alonso is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Phillies strand one, who played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Blake Sabol.
Next, it'll be Blake Sabol. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he fouls this one off. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
At the plate now, Reese McGuire, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 258 the average to begin play. 7 homers, 26 RBIs. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The Phillies lead it 1-0. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. First delivery to him. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to second for Torres. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. So 1 gone here in the Philadelphia 3rd, and that'll bring in Cavan Biggio. First offering on its way.
0-1.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Opposite field to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. No balls and a strike to count. And there's ball 1. Biggio, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Pitch outside, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were two bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes one swing.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. One left for Philadelphia, but they're up 1-0.
Leading up for the Mets, the left fielder, Donovan Kensu.
First delivery to him. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Batting in.
So next to bat will be Brett Beatty. And as you can see, he's seen that average climb the last week or so. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Berrios.
So now the pitcher, Jose Berrios. This is a textbook sacrifice situation, so let's see if that's the call. He's set. Here it comes.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
One there. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
The batter, number 13.
And now, Luis Guillorme. He was called out on strikes to open the home first.
Guillorme.
As a look, now the pitch. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
The 1-2.
Flip a coin right here with this next pitch. After throwing 2 fastballs to get ahead, he's been able to lay off both those off-speed pitches. Looked like he's seeing it pretty good.
A runner on first with 2 away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mets leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Daniel Vogelbach. Now here it comes.
So that's down. Yep, that ball went out.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
3-0 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Stepping in next, Jordan Luplow. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, 1, here's the pitch.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
At the plate, Diego Cartaya, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 0-1 on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Mike Clevenger, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Casey finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Phillies strand one, but they're on top 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning and set to go as the switch-hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, and this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down.
2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
2 balls, no strikes.
2 balls and a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. Cartaya shading to his right. He's got it 1 away.
Now back.
Next up will be Gleyber Torres. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Torres.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Looking at his career totals, Torres carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Well, New York Mets fandom has really been taken to another level by that group decked out in orange in right center field. They got their name from the 7-line subway train that serves Citi Field, and it's become quite a big deal here in Queens.
Yeah, Matt, they really do an awesome job rallying the Mets and getting more fans bought into the whole movement. But one of the things I love most about the group is how well they travel. You see cheering sections in other cities, but these guys go all over the country, invade sections of visiting ballparks to root for the Mets. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a well-organized group, believe it or not, that holds several events throughout the year. They even take their act on the road to visiting ballparks a couple of times each season. It's been really great for the Mets organization.
Pete Alonso.
So here's Pete Alonso. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2. Is laid off for ball 2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And it's fouled away. Count still full, 3-2. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Story waits on it, and that will end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1. Ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. Now the 1-1 pitch. Got him. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Jeimer Candelario. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Kevin Biggio stepping up now, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Striding in is Blake Sable. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Matty, I'd like to see them change up their offensive approach a little bit right now. Maybe get a little bit more aggressive in the strike zone. I just feel like this pitcher is settling into a rhythm, and they're going to hand it over to the bullpen eventually, and this game's going to be over.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
3-1.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage in a big spot. I don't understand why he's taking.
Line to the right side. Luplo is there to put it away for route number 1.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
So the next to bat will be Reese McGuire. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Now a ball hit towards Story at short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now back. The left fielder.
So next to hit is Donovan Casey.
Casey.
First offering.
Nope. Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
That's ball 2.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 3-1 to the Mets left fielder.
I got 3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1 pitch is in there for the second strike.
I got 3 and 2.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Over to first, and that retires the side. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Trevor Story steps in now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch on the way. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run here off the bat of Trevor Story. Home run number 15 for him thus far, as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup, so a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Here's Chris Bryant now. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
That was a good swing right there. Might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
He loses him on ball 4.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so
Now batting,
you can
the
understand
first
why he
baseman,
wasn't too aggressive with him there.
Daniel
When he got him to
Vogelbach.
3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Daniel Vogelbach. It was a walk in his last trip. Now the first pitch. Fouled off. Bryant aboard here at first with nobody out. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position. Fouled away.
Hey, last two pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 1-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Now another 1-2. No one out with a runner at second. Two and two.
2-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. Full count now. 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Now the payoff pitch home.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Well, he's been battling all game long and been a real warrior, but there's only so many pitches in an arm, no matter how tough he is. That walk may have been all the manager needs to see because he looks like he's done to me.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Joseph Shaw comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Jordan Luplow will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that's in there for strike 1.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
1 strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
2-2, here it is. Diego Cartaya, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Now the payoff pitch home.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's one. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Stepping in now, Diego Cartaya.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
0 for 2 for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's now 2-0 Philly. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Behind 0-2 now. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Michael Geddes steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with one gone in the inning. First pitch of the AB now.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Got him to go down swinging there. Michael Geddes goes down for the second out here in the bottom half.
Luis Guillorme.
In now, Luis Guillorme. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
And that misses, ball 4, and now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring up Brian Reynolds. From the belt, the pitch.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Guillorme, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. One and two now. And he struck him out, so it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Mets strand 1. They trail it here 2-0. Tyler Duffy is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. All set for the start of the inning and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Mike Clevenger.
Mike Clevenger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit the other way out toward right field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Into the box, Manuel Margot, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. He waits. Now the pitch. Still even at 2-2. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. On the ground to second for Torres. And that's out number 1. So a runner stands at third. 1 man is out. And into bat next, it'll be Jeimer Candelario. First offering.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. But this will land untouched.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know the pitcher's going for the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so close, hard contact is a guaranteed ribby.
Hit back up the middle. Torres brings it in. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The batter, number 8.
Next to hit is Kevin Biggio. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. Now here's the first offering.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, gotta get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Oh, and 1 count and the pitch.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Here it comes on 0-2. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They're up 2-0. Veteran second baseman Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber Torres.
Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
The 1-0 is taken, strike 1.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Outside, 2-1. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. Popped up. Vogelback trying to get there, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fouled off. And he strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. Austin Davis comes in unexpectedly from the pen in relief of his injured teammate. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball in there for a called strike.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Here's the 0-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Now here it comes. Back up the middle. Scooped up. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Next up for New York, Blake Sabol. A strikeout and a line out for him so far. He's set, and the pitch.
0-1's the count.
Now the 0-1.
Get down 21.
And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Hit softly down the line at first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They're still down. It's 2-0. Daniel Norris has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th. Stepping up is Trevor Story. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
No, inside.
Not close. It's 2-0. Now here's the pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
I got 2-1 the count.
One of my pet peeves in the game. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You're all over the heater. How are you late on that fastball?
Hit on the ground out to short. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Nope,
2-0. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Now the 2-0.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting. The first
Next, here is Daniel Vogelback. A couple of walks for him thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's out.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And now that'll hop over the wall, so he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double.
There's a deep fly ball. Doesn't quite get out of the ballpark, but it hits in the right spot as it bounces off that hard warning track and over the wall for a ground rule double. Not sure if he had triple on his mind, but I doubt he'll complain too much about getting to coast into second base.
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Diego Cartaya. He flew out in his last AB. First pitch on its way. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Phillies leave a couple, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Now into the box, Reese McGuire. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Number 7.
From the stretch. Here's the 0-1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. 2-2 to the Mets catcher.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get in the chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Josh Hader will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Delino DeShields will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. To the plate now, Donovan Casey. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 home. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too tight with that one. 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now to the plate, Brett Beatty. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch on the way. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Byron Buxton will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And now the first pitch. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Fouled away. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And that is off the wall. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to make this a 2-1 game now. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
0 for 2 for him to this point. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Brian Reynolds. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hit in the air out to center field. Margot is there to make the catch, and a great job of pitching as they strand the potential tying run at third. Mets forced to settle for one here in the inning. A.J. Minter enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Delino DeShields. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Sable is there, one quick out to start inning number 9. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Manuel Margot, lifetime against this pitcher. He's just 1 for 6. First pitch on its way.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Right side, hit hard. Oh, he makes the stop. He is out.
A really nice play by the first baseman right there. Two parts of this play. Does a great job of knocking it down with a dive and then a good feed and a flip to the pitcher, just like you work on it in spring training, PFP, pitcher's fielding practice.
At the plate, Jamer Candelario, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's got one hit in 4 at-bats. Now the 1-0.
Hey, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team right here. Relief pitcher has come busting through the gates and done his job. Try and get this team back in the dugout where the offense can get rolling.
Changeup laid off down around the shins. The 2-1 on its way. Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. And it's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. And it gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead.
The bullpen is going to have to take care of business in the bottom half of this inning. But they're going to be able to throw a lot freer that they've got that extra run to play with. Insurance runs are always huge.
Batter number 8, second baseman, Kevin.
Into the box now, Kevin Biggio. A ball and no strikes. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
The 3-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Bounced weakly near the plate. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Metropolitans. It's now 3-1 Philly. Cal Quantrill enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th. Now at the plate, Gleyber Torres. Lifetime versus this arm. He's got 8 hits in 29 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first
Now
guy he
batting,
faces,
first baseman.
everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more
Alonso.
outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Now here's the pitch. Pete Alonso is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Now, this guy's got some of the nastiest stuff in the game, and it is absolutely no fun for an offense to try and piece together any type of attack when he's throwing this stuff.
One out, nobody on. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings, and that one completely tied him up.
Another 1-2 delivery.
2-2 count.
And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a
Now
walk.
batting.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Next to stand in is Blake Sable, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
First pitch on its way. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody top step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
And he pops it up.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Count 2-2.
Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Count remains full. Alonso stands at first with 1 out. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
At the plate now, Reese McGuire. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Two-run game, last of the ninth with 2 away. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive and a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. A ball and 2 strikes now. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And it's fouled away. 2 out with the man at first. And he strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games, but they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Philadelphia Phillies wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Mike Clevenger wins his 3rd of the season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Cal Quantrill records the save, his 15th of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Mets, 1 run on just 1 hit. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game.